The fans, we've got a chance here to set the floor. So the Thunder fight there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Durant in at the 3 spot. Steven Adams, one of the toughest players down on the block.
And Kevin Adams is not afraid to get under somebody's skin.
Smith kicks to LeBron. Cleveland moving the ball around. Irving attacking, and that is good.
Defensively, that possession.
And the Thunder with possession. And Roberson kicks to Westbrook.
Made a nice little bounce pass there. We call that the pocket pass, and he did it well.
On defense, the Thunder. LeBron, that's a 2-pointer, and Durant sends it back. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
It doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch, and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold, the way that guy gets to the rim.
Good. Nice assist from Westbrook. Westbrook's got 3 assists now in this one.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
The Cavaliers again can't hit. Thunder have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Well, it was a season last year of heartbreak and change for the Thunder, narrowly missing the playoffs as the Pelicans beat them out for that 8th position.
Yeah, and they were teetering back and forth on that 8th spot for most of the year. Ultimately,
bounds, the Cavaliers will retain possession. LeBron sets the screen for Irving. Love with a wide open look. Cans the shot with nobody near him. Love's got his first 2 points of the night.
Guys, for the Thunder, that playoff miss was the first time they didn't make the postseason since their first year in Oklahoma. Fans have really been spoiled with how successful the Thunder have been of late.
And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds. For the Thunder, Enes Kanter's checked in for Steven Adams, and it's Waiters in for Durant. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Westbrook drives in. Cannot hit, so Cleveland will take it the other way.
And the Western playoffs it seemed a bit amiss without having the Thunder involved. Westbrook, I tell you what, he did everything he could to try and carry that injured group into the postseason last year, but it just wasn't to be.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass up.
To the end. It's stolen by Ibaka. And Tristan Thompson gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough.
He was still sliding
for Cleveland. Mozgov, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. Iman Shumpert is checked in for Smith, and it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving. Here's Dellavedova after Enes Kanter's basket. 52 seconds left in the first quarter. And Ibaka kicks to Westbrook. The feed to Foy. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Foy's got his first 3 points of the game.
He can be a weapon if he gets going early from long range.
And that one's good. James.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the quality of that three-point shot attempt right there, going at it the way they did, but it all worked out for him.
Here's Ibaka. The Cavaliers pull it in.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
The Thunder leading by 3. And Kanter throws it down.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
And a moment now to hear from Steven Adams as he reflects back on a life growing up as the youngest of 18 children.
So, like, the youngest over there has to do everything, like, all.
Hard to imagine growing up in such a huge family, but it sounds like maybe it prepared him for life in the NBA.
Yeah, got him outside of himself and toughened him up a little bit. No question about that. Wow, 18? That's mind-boggling.
That is amazing. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Oklahoma City.
Boy, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
On the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going here in the second quarter. Anthony Morrow out there with Foy. And then there's Steven Adams. Then it's Kyle Singler. And it's Durant in at the power forward. Cavaliers making a switch here. Thompson's checked in.
You know, it's hard not to think of great shooting when you think of Kevin Durant. What he's really worked on over the past few years, though, is his playmaking. He's averaging 4 to 5 assists a game these days. Impressive.
Smith, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
The Thunder leading by 3. To the middle. It's deflected. Here we go, one-on-one. And foul call. Looks like they had a clear pass to the basket. He'll be shooting 2 free throws. And they'll retain possession. The Cavaliers shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well, just about 75% from the line.
Yeah, it's been a very frustrating season for them in that regard, guys. Kyrie Irving made his first playoff appearance last season with the Cavs, and individually got a big $90 million max extension as well. He's in a really good spot in his career at this point.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Robertson's checked in. And it's blocked by Adams. They recover it.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Durant attacking, and the serious dunk to finish it off.
That's what we came to see, aggressive, assertive basketball.
He just threw that one down with as much strength as he could muster.
Just flat out angry.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. And speaking of Irving's star status, last season a signature shoe in his name. I see, in fact, that you and Clark are wearing them tonight. That's always a big deal.
Kevin, that's an elite club to be in. Only the true superstars get that kind of status. He certainly got the flash to go with the substance.
You know, the Cavs last season won a bunch of games, but they had to fight for a lot of them. They often would fall behind early or dig a big hole and have to fight their way out of it.
Got that bucket in no time at all. Irving's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Cavs. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Here's Roberson. And Adams kicks to Morrow. Here's Roberson. His 3-pointers off the mark.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
Here's Smith, and it's good, assisting on the play with Dellavedova. Smith's got 4 points in the quarter.
Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
You mentioned, GA, the Cavs and their comebacks. They actually overcame double-digit deficits for 13 of their 53 wins last year.
Yeah, Kevin, I remember their biggest one being a comeback after being down 17 points. I mean, but when you have the star power that the Cavs have, no comeback is out of the question. You're just never safe against this team.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Mozgov, he's checked in for Love. James comes in for J.R. Smith. And Shumpert in there for Matthew Dellavedova. And he's traditional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's
in for Cleveland. James. The shot is off. Ibaka with some nice D. Oklahoma City's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. For Cleveland, they've gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Here's Irving. Mozgov with it. Cantor covering. And Fry kicks to LeBron. Oh, that's blocked. And that'll be Cleveland as it goes out of bounds. Cavaliers retain possession. Oklahoma City on D. Trailing by 2. And yes, sir, that one drops. LeBron's got 8 points.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for him.
Oklahoma City moving it around and stolen by Fry.
A chance here to go 2 for 1.
Boy, they've got to ramp up the speed and make it happen in a hurry.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. And here are the Cavaliers. They're on an 18-7 run. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. And now it's an 8-point Cavalier lead.
And doing a great job here just stringing together solid possessions as they build that lead up.
I tell you, there's no substitute for consistency, Greg. You know that. I know it. You can stay in control of the game. They'll stay in control of it if they simply stay good with their execution of the game plan and don't waste any possession.
And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
From deep. No good trying to beat them. And we finished one.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back, Ernie John. What a game it's been for Kyrie Irving. He had 14 points, 2 rebounds, and that's it for halftime as the second half is just.
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment.
Well, Irving has simply been great. He's got 14 points, and he's hit the mark twice from three-point range as well.
And Clark, it's no stretch to say the more points he gives them from beyond the arc, the better off they'll be.
LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. And it's Thompson in at the 5 down low. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue.
Oh my God,
You look at Kevin Durant, and he does have a bit of an unusual body type. Still is fairly thin, even after 8 years in the league. Yet up until last season, he's been one of the more durable players in the league. Kind of like Reggie Miller in that regard.
LeBron with it. It's Ibaka picking him up. Love kicks to James. Out to Smith. A shot by Thompson. No one's around. Second chance shot. The Cavaliers shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. The first one falls. 2 summers ago, all anyone could talk about was LeBron James and the return to Cleveland.
I mean, you couldn't write that stuff, Kevin. I mean, it was unbelievable, the storyline. I mean, after all the acrimony between LeBron and the ownership as well as the fans, but you know what? He said it best. He truly is back where he belongs.
He's home.
Yes.
He's home. Back to Smith. And Andre Robertson is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Irving for 3.
That's not how you want to kick off the second half with 3 straight misses.
Westbrook with the nice D there.
And, you know, for LeBron, he knew he had his work cut out for him in Cleveland. A younger team unseasoned in the playoffs. They had to remake the roster a bit and gain that experience.
Timeout called the Cavaliers.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
To the city of Cleveland. But LeBron's return was bigger than basketball. He said it was about hope and inspiring his home state, and no doubt that was accomplished in his first year.
Cavs were one of the top teams in the East last year, and it was in large part to how strong they were at home.
Boy, did they shoot it well from beyond the arc at home, Kevin. I mean, top 3 in the league in terms of three-point shooting. It does help to have LeBron, doesn't it?
It does. That is a factor. Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Kyrie Irving. Anthony Morrow's checked in for Oklahoma City.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the stripe.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
And, you know, for the Cavs at home, they ended with 31 wins there. Second best record in the East in that regard. A lot of those wins actually came after the All-Star break.
And how about the Cavs last season? 18 straight home wins for them. Third longest home win streak in their history. And that home winning streak helped them jump from the middle of the playoff pack to the 2 seed.
Cleveland leading by 3. Dellavedova kicks to James. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander. And still perfect in the second half. 4 straight makes.
Dellavedova from outside. They get it back. Out to Smith. The tray. Goes up again. James outside. From deep three-point range. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
They've already picked up a number of fouls here, and they're in the penalty. Not a good sign. They need to focus on moving their feet, keeping their hands up, and defending without fouling. And
Cleveland making a change here. Fry's checked in. Then for the Thunder, Enes Kanter's checked in for Adams. Waiters comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Foy in for Anthony Morrow. 3-on-3. Dellavedova from outside. And the rebound goes to the Thunder.
You know, Channing Frye signed a 4-year, $32 million contract in 2014. And in the very first leg of that contract, promptly had his worst season in 5 years. In fact, he even lost his starting job along the way.
Oh, and the jam by Westbrook. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. James kicks to Frye. Ring shot on the way. But they get it back. Thompson passes to James. Frye dishes to Dellavedova. Out to the right wing. He kicks it to Thompson. And Randy Foy gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. When you look at the roster of the Thunder from last year, Clark, they knew how to build from within.
Well, last season's roster, everybody but one player was either drafted or acquired via trade. That's a rare combo in the NBA.
Ramon Shumpert is checked in for Cleveland. Irving comes in for Matthew Dellavedova. Near the three-point line, it's Foy, and again it's Oklahoma City. 32 seconds left in the third quarter.
And guys, for the Thunder, listen, they're not a big market team. They've had to make sacrifices with money to stay competitive. They do a terrific job with the limitations that small market presents. Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
And it's slammed in by Smith.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
That's a major mental mistake. I mean, there's no other way for me to describe it. He didn't know where he was on the court. That's a basic fundamental. You have to be alert to where you are.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
That's his first personal.
That free throw good from Kyrie Irving.
Kyrie Irving.
He's perfect from the line this time. Ibaka outside. And the miss.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Cavaliers.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Here is Durant. So for Oklahoma City right now, Dion Waiters is out there with Roberson. Then it's Durant. And then there's Steven Adams. And it's Singler in at the 3, the small forward. Irving kicks to Love. Smith outside. Cleveland moving it around. Screen by Smith. On its way from Irving for 2. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
Just carrying the load right now offensively, guys. He is not wasting any chances.
From where I sit, Greg, it's a...
How about that, Kevin?
What range on that shot.
Unbelievable.
That's amazing. Plenty of space. Mozgov kicks to Love. Shumpert gets a wide open look. That's in there. Love with the assist. Love's got his third assist on the night. Thunder trailing by 13. Shumpert with the steal. And now the fast break. Irving with the ball. And then Smith with the dunk.
Excellent communication between teammates on the alley-oop there.
And that's what you need to pull that off.
And you do. You have to have both ends of that play, and they were fantastic on that one. And last year's midseason trade had to feel good to Iman Shumpert. Playing away in New York, injured, uninspired. Boy, did he find new life in Cleveland. Of course, playing next to LeBron can do that for you.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Billy Donovan's huddle. He is not happy with the sloppy play offensively, saying, listen, let's make the simple play. Take care of the basketball. We can't afford to waste any possessions. Guys, can they clean it up?
And thank you for that, Doris. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. James has a two-pointer. And Westbrook pulls it down. And for Shumpert last year, Clark, he added the defense and athleticism on the wing that Cleveland so desperately needed.
Yeah, he sure did, Kevin. And he also became a facilitator of all things. I mean, you wouldn't expect that from him, but he averaged over 3 assists a game, easily the best mark of his career.
Good point. From deep LeBron. And that one's good. And the Cavaliers lead by 16.
That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
3 of their last 5 makes come from beyond the arc. The defense has to react quicker. Oh, I love that dish down low.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. They're ahead by 14. 1:46 left in the game.
You know, one spot the Cavs did struggle with last year was help off the bench. They were last in the league in bench scoring.
.146 left in the fourth quarter. It's Irving, top of the key. The drive by Love. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Cavs not scoring with a lot of their bench. A big part of that is they just didn't go to their bench very often.
Well, you talk about played. The bench didn't have a lot of, considering they got limited minutes, oftentimes struggled to find any kind of rhythm out there.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up.
Kicks to Thompson. And here's Love for 3. Good, and the assist goes to James. That's 7 points for Kevin Love.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Cavaliers.
Fewer miscues made the difference, Clark.
Yeah, I thought the fact they minimized their turnovers was huge. It was a terrific all-around effort.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Irving. Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
And an intentional foul right there.
Too little, too late. They may as well just let the clock run and save their energy for another day.
Clark, you know, sometimes frustration just shows through in a game like this, and I think that's what we're seeing right now.
And guys, for everything we've said about Kyrie Irving over the years, now let's talk about maybe another area, and that is his willingness to give up the ball. LeBron came to town at the beginning of last season. Kyrie didn't even flinch at the prospect of being 1B to 1A. To me, that was a very selfless way of giving the mantle of that team over to LeBron.
I agree with you, and there was some question as to whether Kyrie would be able to do that at this point in his career, but ultimately that's what champions do. Kobe did it for Shaq, Robinson did it for Tim Duncan, and that's really what great players do.
This is a serious game-clinching run they're on.
Yeah, I agree with you. Just not backing off here. I mean, they're looking to close this one out in style. What a time to have this kind of surge.
Fry, that's for 2, and Cleveland again with the bucket.
And getting back to Kyrie, many felt the addition of LeBron would cut down on Kyrie's playmaking opportunities. But Kyrie was near his career average in assists last season. That even further indicates how seamlessly the two superstars were able to gel. The fans are just loving what's going on here tonight. A really good win for the home team.
It sure is. I mean, they kept this crowd in the game, gave them plenty to cheer about, and really used that home court advantage to their advantage.
This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing.
Dellavedova, that's good. 9 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Foy dishes to Morrow. Singler for 3. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. They poured it on tonight, Clark. A dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
I don't think they have anything but positives to take away from this win. Offensive.
Thank you, Kevin.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Let's quickly move forward now to the presentation.